Hey man, where are you at?
I'm down in Mount Pleasant at my bass lake.
Are you spending a lot of time out there since everything's kind of shut down?
So, man, in the world of, obviously with everybody being on lockdown, it's nice to be able to, I've been bouncing back and forth, just hopping in my car, driving down here, fishing a little bit and going home. And, when you can go get on a bass boat by yourself, that's pretty legit social distancing. So,
yeah, it's been weird to not be working. I mean, like not be gone working. It's got to be that way for you too, right? Because not only were you, doing shows, but doing Idol, like all that's kind of been scrapped for a bit anyway.
Yeah, with me, I mean, it's amazing. You don't realize how busy you are, how much running around in a day you do. I mean, I think it's, with all the tricky aspects of this thing, I think it's going to be pretty interesting for people to really take a step back and understand what's important and what's not. And, I've done that already. I mean, it's just been nice. It takes you about a week and a half you come in phases of like reprogramming your brain. So now me personally, me and everybody in my world, we're bought into that this could be a month and a half, 2 months, and we have our routine, and everybody in my world feels like we're pretty happy to be doing the right thing,
Ryan had announced it, and I know we had kind of known it was going to happen a bit anyway, but we're going to be doing Idol from our houses basically. Have you got your setup at your house yet? Hey man, you there?
Dude, I hit my power button accidentally 3 times. And it called like it was an emergency thing. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've hit it before where it's like that weird, before you swipe your phone, you hit it and it's like you don't have to log into your phone to push it. Yeah, I've done that before.
Anyway, sorry, you were saying something about Ryan. Sorry.
No, so Ryan had kind of officially announced it where he said that we're all going to be working from our houses on American Idol. And I had asked if you got your house set up yet. I just got my stuff today. Have they already set you up?
You know what? They're sending. I hadn't gotten set up yet, but I think I'm going to do it down in my barn at the house. So, because right now, I mean, we're homeschool. I mean, with the kids doing school and stuff like that. There's a lot of. It's just going to be better for me to kind of go somewhere quiet.
Well, I was talking to Caroline about homeschooling, and she wants to pull her hair out. It sounds like.
Oh my God! Like. Yeah, she's ready to kill me.
Well, I asked because she was talking about all that she was doing, and she was talking about having to teach different kids different things and having to watch over them. And I said, "What's up with Luke?" And she was like, "I'm gonna kill him."
Yeah, like it's best for me to quarantine off by myself away from her. So we don't need we don't need any other, She may just knock me off, throw me in the river, but anyway, we're working through it, man. It's just it's been, like I said, it's just so many little bitty challenges, but at the end of it all, man, I'm really proud of I'm just proud of we chose to quarantine with a group like my nephew Teal. He has 4 of his high school buddies that we've been quarantined together since March 14th.
Wow.
Because we were all going to go on a skiing trip and it got canceled, and then we just said, well, let's go to our beach. And then at the beach, stuff starts locking down tighter and tighter. The parameters of what we should do got stricter and stricter. So about March 16th, we truly haven't left our group. And I mean, Caroline, I mean, her role kind of has been the mornings, and me, I've been cooking for about 14 people a night. And there was one night we were at the beach that I went and I bought a lot of, food and stuff, meats and ribs and stuff like that. And we've just been kind of storing it and putting it in the freezer. But but man, I mean, it's been a really reflective, interesting time for me. I mean, it's just been pretty amazing. You get in this routine of work, and you don't even really look at you're working so much, you don't look at the world around you. So it's nice to kind of, it's almost like, I mean, me and Blake texted me a couple days ago, and we were laughing because it was like, it's kind of a glimpse into retirement,
Well, I was reading what you wrote about Joe Diffie, and I got to know Joe over the last couple of years, and it was so sad to see that he passed away and that it was from Corona. And I thought you had a really poignant Instagram about Joe. I just wonder what that relationship was like with you guys.
Yeah, man. So, I was a huge Joe Diffie fan. I'm talking about from the first single home. I mean, I was just a huge Joe Diffie fan. And so I moved to Nashville in 2001, and a buddy of mine, a guy named Galen Griffin, and I wrote one of my first singles with Galen. Galen and Joe were golfing buddies. And Galen calls me up and he goes, "Hey man, you want to come play golf with me and Joe Diffie?" And I was like, "Hell yeah, I'll be there." So man, through over the next couple of years, I probably played 10 or 12 rounds of golf with him. And this was before I even had a record deal. I mean, this was very early into my path. And man, he was just a gentle, kind, he was just a great dude. He let me come play golf with him, and that was his thing, and real laid back and soft spoken. And I was just so blessed that I got to have those moments on the golf course with him. And I guess 3 months ago I saw Joe. We did the Earl, Blake really spearheaded an Earl Thomas Conley memorial concert, and Joe was there, and I got to see Joe and shake his hand, and that was certainly the last time I saw him. And I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I mean, he when you look at the memories of kind of the 90s country, nobody had nobody planted a bigger flag in 90s country than Joe Diffie. And even it's made me, as I've kind of been quarantined, and I've been like sitting in my tackle shed going through, oil and reels, and just kind of sitting there drinking a beer, and man, just listening to, his whole body of work. It's just, he's just one of the best, when you look at his range from his low end to his high end, he was just one of the best singers that ever lived. And a lot of people through the years have always believed that Joe Diffie was top to bottom one of the best singers ever.
We also lost Kenny Rogers. Did you have a relationship with Kenny?
Same deal. Certainly didn't ever play golf with Kenny, but I've got a couple great stories about my time with Kenny. Just met him at different like CMT awards through the years, and just always, like I said, he's one of those, and I'm sure you're with me on this. He's one of my first memories of music. I listened to the Gambler. I mean, this is going to tell you how young I was, or I listened to the Gambler on an 8-track in my, in my bedroom. And so to go from just in like the movie Six Pack and just his, I mean, I remember being a kid and I just watched that movie over and over and over. That movie spoke to me in so many ways. And, but so I go on to meet him and probably met Kenny eight to 10 times through the years. And, the last time I saw Kenny, I was at Lionel Richie's, Kennedy Center Honors. And he was there and just got to take a picture with him and just hugged on him and loved on him. And so the funny story is I was doing a farm tour, and I guess this was 5 or 6 years ago, and Kenny's youngest sons were at my farm tour. And, at the time, I guess they were probably 8 or 9 years old. So now I guess they're probably 16. Now they're probably 16 years old or maybe 15 years old. But they had gotten in a bad fire ant bed. So we get Kenny's boys up on the bus and try to get them some Coca-Colas and chill them out because I mean, they got eat up by fire ants pretty good. But so hopefully, if they're out there, they certainly. I saw Kenny. And that was one thing he and I laughed about a little bit, how I got his sons out to my concert and got them eat up by fire ants, and he got a big kick out of it. But, and as big and as bold of a singer, as undeniable as a singer, as Joe Diffie was, I mean, Kenny Rogers was somebody that I viewed as maybe the best recording artist that country music has ever seen. And it's funny, it took me a few years to truly understand the definition of a recording artist. I mean, there's big singers, there's loud singers, there's powerful singers. And when you look at the ability of what Kenny Rogers' ability to just record a song with that smoky, soft voice, and he didn't have the loudest voice in the room. He didn't have his ability to really record himself and to record the songs that he chose through the years. I mean, I don't know of anybody that's ever been better. And I mean, it's just and as I've grown as a singer through the years, I've stepped up to the microphone to record, a song like Drink a Beer, and I learned that it's not about singing loud and it's not about singing about volume. It's just about, really recording this thing and telling the story of it. And that's a direct learning situation from what Kenny Rogers was able to do.
Well, before I let you go, I do want to hit on this, that What She Wants Tonight is your 24th number one. You just got that. Congratulations to you on that one there.
Are you about to let me go?
Well, listen.
We're going to do a quick one?
I feel like you're like kicking around ice chests or like, skinning a deer or something in that room right now.
Hey, Bobby, I am totally chilled now. You get the things you need.
No, I'm going to get the things I need. I was going to talk to you about this song for a minute because you wrote this with a couple friends of mine, Ross Copperman, Hillary Lindsay, John Knight. So do you remember getting in the room to write this song?
Oh, yeah. So let me, the comedy of, so Hillary Lindsay and I, we go back. Hillary is a Georgia girl. When I moved to Nashville, Hillary was starting to really take off and start becoming one of the best writers of all time, and certainly one of the best female and probably the best female writer of all time. And so Hillary and I became friends, but we never wrote much. And I would see Hillary and I'd say, God, when are we going to write? So after all these years, I record Knockin' Boots, which she wrote. And then, she comes out to the house and I get in the room with Ross and John and her. And, me and Ross and John have had some success together. But for me to finally get a song with Hillary Lindsey, it's a very big deal for me. I've always respected everything that she did. And I'm so proud that me and her finally, got a big one together. And so that day in the room, Ross comes in. Ross comes in and he has that dun, 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 dun. He has the track rocking, and him and John Knight had worked on a melody throughout the chorus, and we jumped right in there, and it just started, all the pieces fell into place. And man, I left that room. John Knight, who is one of my favorite singers in the town of Nashville, I think that, he's just one of my favorite singers. And John is, he goes and records the demo, and the second I heard the demo, I was like, I'm recording that, and it's funny. I've always my history with Dallas Davidson through the years. Dallas will send songs that he writes, and I'll send songs to him that I write, and Dallas just, it was one of his favorite songs that I've ever written, and it was certainly one of mine. I just felt like it checked all the boxes. It said a lot. It was a sexy song. And it was rangy, and man, I'm just so proud that it went to number one.
Your record's coming out on the 24th. Right now, we're recording this on April 2nd, so we got a little over 2 weeks until this record comes out. At this point, have you already started working on, at least in your mind, the next record? Are you already writing songs and you're creatively out of this space already for the record? What's happening right now?
Well, with me, excuse me. With me, I'm always going to continue to write and maybe add, we're going to do a 10-song release. So what we would probably do was add more songs to that initial 10-song release. And then that gives us the freedom, if we get a song we're really behind, to put it on this current album. So it's almost like, you obviously understand the format, what I'm talking about. It's like, if I have a song that I love that I want to go record tomorrow, I'll run in and record it, and then if we do an extended version of this current album, it'll be on there. And so that's kind of my mindset. And then I think my mindset is to really focus on writing a little bit every month. Try to write 3 or 4, 5 songs a month. Keep the train rolling, and then look at the label. When the label kind of tells me, hey, your awareness or your excitement over this current project has kind of passed, and people feel like they're ready to hear a whole nother approach, that's when we'll go on to a new album.
What's the approach on this record?
That's kind of going to be my approach, and we'll see how it works. And with me, it'll always be about, just kind of record the songs that speak to you at the time. I look over, I look over kind of my whole body of work, and I've really checked a lot of boxes in the songs that I want as a whole career. Now it's about, are things a little new, or things a little different? At some point, I need to really, really look at some fun collaboration partners. I've never really dove into a lot of collaborations, and certainly that's becoming a popular thing to do. And so we'll see if, what kind of music gets bred from that. But hey, so you're at home, right?
Yeah.
All right, walk to your front door.
Wait, what?
Walk to your front door.
Wait, I'm upstairs. I mean, I'm upstairs.
Can you send somebody to your front door?
Yeah, Mike, can you go to the front door? All right, Mike's walking out to the front door.
So everybody, it is Bobby's 40th birthday today. Happy 40th, Bobby.
Thank you.
I saw that this morning. Welcome to the 40 Club. How's it feel?
I don't like it that much, but you know, what are you going to do? I'm happy to be here. I'm happy at the things that I've been able to do and do for others. So I'm feeling pretty good. I don't know what's about to happen right now, though. Why is Mike going to the front door?
Well, I just now, first of all, everything in the box has been sanitized and to the umpteenth degree.
Okay.
So it has been thoroughly sanitized, but I just wanted to have a little fun with you on your birthday. And, 30, I hated 30. 30 was a nightmare.
Why
but
30?
40 didn't hit me as bad.
Well, 40, I'm not married with kids yet. I think that's going to happen pretty soon-ish. So if I were 40 and had, like, that stuff, I think I'd be pretty good. But 40 hits me harder than 30, because at 30, I felt like, who cares? At 40, I'm like, all right, I got to get some of this life stuff going. I've been focused too much on work, you know?
See, 30 hit me hard because, I was trying to get my music career really to the next level. I was playing college bars. So when you're 28 playing a college bar, that sounds okay. But when you're 30 playing a college bar, it starts getting a little dicey.
All right, is this from you? Is it a bag or a box? A shark bag?
Oh, I can't verify the bag.
Let's see what we got here. It is every piece of gum you could ever imagine. Listen, here's the thing is, I chew gum, and the last time Luke and I were together for a long time, I probably went through 3 packs of gum in 5 minutes. And so now I got a bag full of double bubble that I will choke on. This is awesome. Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
So yeah, so for everybody to know that, the last time I was with Bobby, because obviously Bobby doesn't drink, but I'm like, this guy's got to have a vice out there. So his vice is chewing bubble gum.
That's true.
So,
well, I appreciate that, man.
No, we're having a little fun with you, and Carrie dropped it off, and so I hope you, like I said, if you want to re-sanitize it, I would, but at least they're in individually wrapped containers.
They are that. Well, listen, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate the birthday gift. If you need anything, let me know, and congratulations on the song. And, it'll be interesting. We'll be a history-made Idol season, because we're going to be you guys are going to be working from home judging. I'm going to be working with the contestants from home on a connection. And it's going to be the first ever Idol season where we're not with the contestants. It's going to be wild. I don't even really know what's going to happen for all the way through.
Yeah, man. I mean, and you know what? I tell you what, I do want to say one thing while I got you. I mean, I never get to see what you're doing while we're doing our deal, you're doing your deal, and man, the way you're treating these kids is just so admirable and so perfect, and thank you for, I know you and I have kind of talked in private, but I mean, you're going to be a licensed psychologist by the time all this is done.
Yeah, I'm just trying to fix them before they walk in and fix them back after you guys break them down.
Yeah, you need to get maybe Dr. Phil or somebody to give you an honorary psychology degree or something. Yeah. So.
Well, man, be safe and tell the family I say hello.
Listen, happy birthday, and thank you for having Caroline on all the time. And
I love her.
And you guys stay safe.
Love her. See you, bud.
All right, man. Bye.
Hey, guys, it's Bobby Bones. Welcome to the channel. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and then go check it out. A lot of artists, a lot of songwriters, a lot of music. Welcome to the BobbyCast channel.